Hey Aquarius, welcome. So this is a timeless reading connecting you with one or more of your spirit guides, and we'll see what type of energy they want to speak to today and what they say that you're doing well as what they say you should work on. And then we'll get you some overall advice. All right, so we have the tiger spirit coming through. All right, yeah, so this is about your passion toward your purpose here. And this is reminding you how bold and brave and courageous you are and the support that you have available to you. Okay, I love that. And then I also feel like there is some spiritual significance behind the tiger. So if you feel called to, definitely look that up because there will be some additional messages there for you. All right, so let's see what this guide feels like you are doing well. So what is Aquarius doing well here? So I feel like this is about like your tenacity and your spirit and your drive to live your life purpose and to focus on your goals. And I feel like for some of you, there is like this shift toward this new you where you are living your life purpose. And for others of you, you're already there. You've already made the shift and now you're just enjoying and experiencing and growing. All right, so we have the King of Cups. What else? Two of Wands. Okay. All right, so I feel like what this guide is saying you're doing very well is managing your emotions and applying the appropriate emotional response to things. So like not allowing things to get out of hand, not connecting to just energies and thoughts and feelings that aren't true and don't necessarily represent who you are. Like you're being very, what is the word? You're being very decisive on where you put your time and energy and your feelings. Okay, and also you going towards your passions and being more in the energy of where you are exploring your passions and making progress toward your passions and your life purpose as well. Okay, so some of you are really at that decision point I'm hearing, but this is like your guide saying like you know what you came here to do and you're recognizing that, because some people have not even recognized that yet. So you're at least at that point where you've recognized it. Some of you are further, but I do see here that some of you are still at that stage where you're deciding, you're like, you know what, this 9 to 5, this traditional like matrix environment world is not for me. I know I came here to do more. I know I came here to be of service in some other way than just doing my 9 to 5. Okay. So what else? What else is Aquarius doing well? And give me one more. Thank you. Okay. All right. Okay, so I feel like this again kind of goes back to you managing your feelings well and managing your emotions, because this is you like letting go of old belief systems, old patterns that just aren't helpful, habits, actions that just don't align with who you authentically are. And also this is about like old ideas that you've had about who you are and how things should work and how the world even works and how the universe works. So you letting go of those things is what you're being recognized for. This is again about you like stepping into a new chapter where you are more of your authentic self and having the bravery and the courage to do that. Right? This is your world. This is what you make it. This is all that you desire and more. It's just a matter of you stepping into that energy. And that is what you're doing here. By letting go of the past and letting go of things that aren't serving you, it's opening new chapters and doors for you. And you're doing a wonderful job at that. All right, so we have the moon. Okay, so I feel like also you connecting with source and connecting with your guides and higher self is something that they want to congratulate. I'm hearing you for. So I feel like for some of you, this is about like coming into that realization that, you know, those things exist and that is who you are. And it's ultimately you. You are source. But also for those of you who are much further along the path on your journey, connecting and strengthening that intuition. And I'm also hearing this is about your esoteric gifts and talents as well. So strengthening those gifts and talents, and also utilizing your intuition more is something that they're proud of you for doing. So it's like you've done this like spiritual evolution here. You've made so much progress. They're so happy for you, and they're very proud of you. And there's more even. There's more chapters to uncover. There's more portals to step through. So what else? Anything else for Aquarius? Thank you. All right. Okay, so I feel like for some of you, as it relates to love, you have like this new philosophy on love and what that means, truly unconditional love, and releasing attachments to individuals and to concepts. Yeah, this is you releasing all of that, or at least coming to some understanding and making it less of a priority, and making the priority about you and how you feel, and you creating this beautiful, healthy partnership with your partner. Okay. All right. So I also feel like there is a message here of appreciation as well. So I feel like some of you are also better appreciating what you have and who you are and how far you've come. Okay. Yeah. And I feel like also there's a message as it relates to your finances here, and you've been working on that. You've been building and strengthening your financial foundation and your legacy. And although that is a journey, it is a process, and there's more to go. There's definitely more work to do. Your guides are very happy and proud for the progress that you've made so far. All right. Yeah, so this is you recognizing your power as well. And this is really going back to this tiger energy of you like recognizing how powerful you are, how you can create your reality, that you are co-creating this reality with source, and that you have the power to identify and connect with any reality that you desire, any timeline that you desire, any frequency that you desire. And this is you knowing that and utilizing your intuition and your connection as source with source to allow life to flow through you. Wonderful. All right. Oh, okay. So now let's look at what your guides would like you to do more of. So what can Aquarius do more of? Okay. What else? What else? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. And I did see something flip over, so we're going to take that. Okay. All right. So immediately I'm hearing this message of being more support to others. So you're going to want to do that obviously in the way that feels most comfortable to you and that you can afford to do and that feels good to you to do. Okay, so it's not always about like giving a lot of money or doing a lot of charity work. This is about quality over quantity. So again, as you feel guided, whatever you feel comfortable with doing, if it is giving a little here or there or paying it forward in some way, paying for the person's coffee and behind you or order in behind you, like, yeah, any ways that you're giving unconditional love and supporting others is appreciated and it's recognized. Okay, so there's no gesture that's too small or too big. Okay. But you are being called to do that in some way. Again, the way that you feel most comfortable with. Okay. And so also in the experiences that you are having, just recognizing the opportunity and the lessons out of those. Because I'm hearing for some of you, you may not necessarily be gathering all the lessons. So there's a lot of opportunity to learn some lessons from these experiences, and you're being reminded that you can think, you can ask yourself the question, you know, what is this here to teach me? Why am I having this experience? As a way to identify those lessons as you progress on your path and journey, because you are truly being, let's say, this is, I don't want to necessarily say this is your training ground, but this is what you came here to do, to experience, to learn lessons, and to grow. Okay. We also have the Six of Pentacles. So I feel like there are two things here, like one with your soul family and two with your gifts and talents. So we'll start with the soul family first, but there's definitely soul family here available to you that can assist you in a variety of different ways. So it could be just having someone to talk to. It could be someone putting you on to other knowledge and information or others that you can network with. It could also be financial or monetary support as well. Okay. And then the other message of utilizing and growing your gifts and talents. So there's like new talents even that you're going to be receiving because you are ready. You are ready to delve into that. So just be on the lookout for that and keep yourself open to that. And it will come to you as you desire it and as you want it. So if you don't want it, fine, no worries. It'll come when you're ready. If you do want it, keep yourself open to receiving it. Keep doing those self-care practices that help to keep you in a balanced, harmonious state so that you can recognize those synchronicities, so that you are connected and hearing those messages and hearing and receiving that guidance. Okay? But yeah, you're definitely going to be coming into some additional, even if it's just strengthening your gifts and talents. So there's more and there's a way to strengthen them. And that's what you're going to be shifting into. That's what you're being guided to shift into, that space. All right, so we have the Seven of Cups in reverse, and I'm going to get a card of clarity for that. So give me one card to clarify that, please. Okay, thank you. So I feel like I know what the message is. Okay. All right. So one, definitely with just recognizing that sometimes you may have too much going on here. So really focusing in on what is most important to you and what is the priority to you is what you're being guided to do, and to let go of anything else. Anything else is not important, right? Because you've already identified that. You've said, I'm gonna focus on A and B. C, D, and E are just not a priority to me at this time. I'll come back to them when I feel more excitement about doing them, when I feel like they're more of a priority to me. So identifying and focusing on your priorities is what you're being guided to do. And starting new chapters as it relates to that, your passions. Okay? So allowing yourself to go through this whole transformational process and just being open to what comes to you without expectation, right? Because when you start to define and, oh, you know, you have to bring me this, I have to have these things specifically, then you're limiting yourself and you're limiting the power of you. You are the universe providing to you, and you're limiting that power by saying like, oh, well, I just need to have like, you know, $500 in my bank account every 2 weeks. I need that coming in regularly in some form of format. Well, how do you know it's not $1,000 that's coming to you weekly? You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying as far as limiting yourself by really forcing or trying to force specific outcomes. Put the energy out there, visualize yourself receiving that and how does it feel, and you being financially free and abundant, and release it into the universe, and then let the universe provide that to you. In the meantime, you work on your frequency, you work on raising your vibration, you stay in that energy of what it feels like to receive that. And that is where you reach that frequency and it's brought to you. Okay, so we have Ace of Wands as well. Yeah, getting back to your passions. So Aquarius, what are those things you feel passionate about? And we talked about you focusing on your priorities. Make sure that you feel passionate about it, because we're speaking about things a part of your life purpose that you came here to do. So you must feel passionate about these things. You must be excited to do these things. So when you're in that space, when you're feeling that, then you know it's right. Okay. All right. Okay. All right, so any other messages? What else do we have here? Thank you. All right, so we have the Queen of Wands here. Okay, that's wonderful. So I feel like this is a reconfirmation of you focusing on those things you feel passionate about. And this is also you raising your vibration and frequency, because you are working on things that you enjoy and that make you feel good. And I feel like there's also this message of family here as well. So for those of you that are working to strengthen your relationships within your family, your partnerships, yeah, that's happening here, and you're being guided. Like, yes, absolutely, you're being guided towards that and being shown that, like, yeah, just keep the faith, keep the hope, focus on joy, focus on strengthening those bonds, and focus on how you can be better to each other. Okay, so that's what's going to work here. Viewing others as an extension of yourself and connecting with the higher version of those individuals is what's going to be helpful to you. Okay, so does that make sense? If it doesn't, let me know in the comments and I can explain that in more detail. But yeah, connecting with the higher self of the individual is what is guiding you here. Okay, so let's see. What messages do we have? What else? Thank you. We're helping to bring a little luck your way. You deserve it. Awesome. Awesome. And so I also hear that there is messages here with this bear. So if you feel called to, look up the spiritual significance of bears, tigers, and elephants. And we even have giraffes here as well. So we also have I believe that is a cow. Is that a cow head? Yeah, so there's definitely messages there for you. So you may have some spirit animals here that are coming up that we're seeing here, but know that and trust that you have abundance coming through and coming to you here. So we have find a way to bring harmony back into your life and take the first step. Yeah, so this is calling on me to remind you about those self-care practices. And I always say this, but like, even if it's just getting more sleep, that is a self-care practice. Drinking more water. Okay? All self-care practices that take little effort. I know, like, some people aren't really water, but so that may take a little more effort, but you know, for others of you, not as much. But yeah, just getting back into those self-care practices. Like, one, meditation, always first and foremost. I'm always going to promote that. But you know, it may be journaling, it may be exercising, it may be just sitting out in nature, it may be taking walks. Whatever those practices are, like also maybe sculpting or painting or coloring, all those self-care practices that make you feel happy and make you feel relaxed and content and joyful and blissful. Get back into those practices. Okay, so let's see. We have fuchsia and feldspar with innocence and self-awareness. I love that. I love that. So this is bringing this component, we spoke to connecting with the higher selves of individuals. Connect with your higher self as well. So I'm being guided to remind you of that, right? Through those self-care practices, that's what you're doing. That is what you're doing. So do more of that. And we also have diamonds with high frequency activations and planetary grid work. So I'm here for some of you, if you're into Reiki. So that is one way to connect with the Earth's grid. Again, there may be other ways. There may absolutely be other ways. But as a Reiki master myself, I do send Reiki to the North and South Pole energy grids that are available through the training that I received, and I send Reiki to those grids, and then also to individuals as well. But yeah, whatever practice aligns with you and who you are, you're being guided to do that. But I do bring up Reiki as an example here, so if it resonates with any of you, then you know that's what it's meant to do, resonate with you and for you to do it. So okay, so let's see what else we have here. What other messages? Okay, we have dream big, dream with your heart. I love that, because that is what we're doing here, and that's what we're speaking to, you achieving and accomplishing your goals. And just excuse my dog in the background. He's growling at someone, looking out the window. All right, so we have be authentic. Your way is the only way for you. Wonderful, wonderful, because this is what we are speaking to, getting back to your authentic self. And I'm also seeing that we have the master number 11 here, and we also have 11 over here. So 1111, that is your sign right there, that yeah, this is the truth. This is what you're being guided to do. You can also look up the spiritual significance of the master number 11 or the spiritual number 1111 as well. So there will be messages for you in any of those areas. So what else are Aquarius being guided to do? To release and to observe. I love it. I love it. And I feel like, yeah, because we had already spoke to you managing your emotions very well. Yeah, so you continuing to be that observer of your emotions and of energies and thoughts that come up, and recognizing that, yeah, I am not my thoughts. You're already there, Aquarius. You already know. Like, you are not your thoughts, right? You don't have to take that energy on. You don't have to accept it. You don't have to connect with it. You can say like, oh, yeah, no, that's not true. And I'm going to focus on what is actually true. And we also have this release of anything that you feel attached to, that you feel is not helpful for you, and that you feel is not serving you in any way. You are being guided to release it as a part of this process. That is so important, right? So you need to release it so that it's allowing more abundance and fulfillment and joy and creativity to come through to you. And then what else do we have? Okay, so we have Halls of a Mentee, Initiation with Secrets Revealed, Treasures Uncovered, and Initiations. Okay, so yeah, I'm hearing that you also have more information available to you about your life purpose, about the meaning of life, about those deeper spiritual questions that you have and you're seeking the answers for. Yeah, you have the answers already, and this is about you connecting with Source, connecting with your higher self and your guides, and receiving the answer immediately. Okay, so for some it may not be immediately, for others you're going to connect and know. Okay, but this is about you connecting with your intuition and Source and your higher self to receive, to nourish yourself. Okay, and then we have communication. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, so with this communication, this is from your guides and your higher self. Okay, so this is about your spiritual connections and communication that's happening and opening up so that you can receive more. And if you're still, which I know, Aquarius, you're probably not, but maybe there are individuals out there that are wondering and curious about how they can connect and how they can receive more. Yeah, meditation. I'm always promoting that, right? But you can do whatever other self-care practice you do. But you can start with being grateful, expressing gratitude, trusting in yourself and who you are, and also your meditations. Okay? All right, Aquarius, so those are the messages I have for you. Please like, share, subscribe, and leave me a comment to let me know how this resonates. Thanks so much for watching. Take care, and we'll talk soon.